Last thing, let's end on a positive note. Evan, you bring this one up, bro. I think you sent this on the group. It was the famous Mia Khalifa.
Oh, Mia Khalifa. Okay, this shit, bro, is and like we can talk about this from like a few different aspects, right? So, Mia Khalifa. If you don't know, you don't know. Look her up.
I don't think I know.
Mia Khalifa has been a well-known porn star for a long time. She has some cannons on her chest. And Mia Khalifa is out here giving relationship advice. The internet decides to jump on and start roasting her on this because she's giving relationship device. She's been giving relationship advice. Yet she's had a handful of failed marriages. Three failed marriages. So Mia Khalifa, 3 failed marriages, yet she wants to give the internet advice on dating, love, relationships, whatever it is. So this topic to me, and I'm just curious to like what your guys' thoughts are, but it like this kind of was like a light bulb for a variety of different things I think that people are talking about online. So you got people talking about relationship and marriage advice that shouldn't be. You have people giving financial advice that shouldn't be. You have people giving life and motivational advice that shouldn't be. Right. I think it's really funny because we live in this whole social media space where everyone online has like a purpose now with like their content and what they're pushing out. Social media used to be like fun, people like sharing their lives and like what they were doing. Now it's just it's transformed into monetized. It's monetized. It's this entire business. So I don't know about you guys, but I go on my Instagram feed and obviously part of it's me. I'm like following all these different pages and you know some of the shit intrigues me, but it's like every third thing is like someone trying to sell something, offer something,
teach you.
They have
everyone's trying to teach you because they know well.
Because they're selling.
Call me now for your free reading.
Yeah, it's like hey, I have this online course, I have this online class, I have this live this, which there's some great individuals out there. So the people that are doing it right, the people that have the experience, hats off to them. I'm personally a sucker for a lot of them. But anyway, going back to her, it's like, damn, like you've had all these fucking failed marriages, yet you are fucking preaching to the choir right now about what they should be doing. So, but I don't know, man.
So let me just clarify what she was saying. She said a lot of shit. Some of the stuff that she said that was like, if you're not happy, you shouldn't stay in something. You shouldn't.
See, okay, hold on. I didn't see any of that.
So yeah, she was like a whole slide. So she said, if you're not happy, you shouldn't stay with this person. If you're feeling dull or like life's boring and it's not what you thought it was, you should leave and start over. It was a lot of, and I personally don't have any problem with it, but it was a lot of like what the feminism. What's the word you used earlier? Women empowerment movement is like preaching for, right? So she was basically repeating a lot of that shit. As somebody who is married, Barbie. Yeah, I think so. As somebody who's married, bro, and I know a lot of people that are successfully, and I know people who have had shitty ones. What she said isn't far off, but I think what she fails to realize, like I think a lot of people in that limelight also fail to realize, is that there's a lot of ebbs and flows in marriage, right? Like especially depends where you guys are at in life. Because she's also dating these entertainers, you know what I mean, that are never really with her. Like they have a name, she has a name. Like I don't think they're really spending quality time together. Like I think her most recent guy is a Spanish artist. His name was Jay Cortez. He's on tour all the time. Sometimes she's with him. They're doing this. They're not really spending time together. When they do, it's like they're like in Spain for like a week, and then they go back to doing their own lives. I'm not a fucking marriage counselor, but I know that's not going to work. Right. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of the shit that she's saying.
Less likely to work.
Yeah, because I mean, shit like that happens. But I just think it's really easy right now for people to like hit a bump in the road and be like, fuck this, and stop. And that's basically what she's doing, because none of her shit's lasted more than 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Well, what I find interesting about that is like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Jordan Peterson, but he talks about how
love him.
Yeah, right, me too. But the difference between like what marriage used to be and what it is now is like when you got married in the past, that was it. You signed up for life, and there is no more. I can leave now.
Yeah.
So people were committed and made sure that they were taking care of each other, instead of now where it's just like, all right, well, this isn't working. I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, there's this whole like mentality that the grass is greener.
Right.
And I think that's obviously this world that social media is kind of painted for us. Like, you go online, I don't care if like you're a guy or a girl, you can find someone better looking, more attractive, smarter, whatever. And a lot of these people, just like, Chewy said, like, there's ups and downs of a relationship. They run into some issues in that relationship, and people have just kind of like started looking at each other like as they're just disposable. Like, yeah, fuck it. Things don't work with you. Like, let me move on. And I think that's where it gets kind of tricky, because I am personally a big believer. Like, if you are unhappy in a relationship, like, life is way too short to be riding out something that is not working.
Agreed.
Like, but there's a difference between walking away from a relationship that's not working, and just saying fuck the relationship. If you're gonna walk away from obviously a relationship, you've invested time and energy into that person.
Right.
You should also put some time and energy into fixing it, into working through it. Yeah. And I've seen that a lot, man. Like,
it's got to come from both parties.
Exactly.
I see it, you see it obviously on the headlines with like, celebrities and shit, but like, I've seen it just with like, friends and shit of mine. People that are just like, oh, fuck it, this ain't working. Like, let me move on. Instead of looking at like, okay, hey, maybe like what is our issue? Is it like, what's the root cause here? Personally, I feel that communication sucks today. I feel the generation of people do not know how to effectively communicate. And because they don't know how to effectively communicate, carry on conversations, work through issues, look at things from both perspectives, look at people, one guy's, a guy and a girl has different outlooks on shit. And also in a relationship, you're not going to get along on fucking everything. Right. And people need to learn to accept that. Right. I am close friends with both of you guys. We're not going to agree on shit. Your girl, your wife, whatever, you're not going to agree on certain shit. No. Some people, like, they're just like,
delusional about the shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I actually have her stuff pulled up. You guys want to listen to it real quick? It's like 20 seconds of her talking about it.
This baby girl doesn't know that I am Tom Brady at this game. Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes. We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You have to go. I know it's difficult to fill out paperwork and to make appointments and to do all of these things, but this is your fucking life. Do you want to be stuck with someone? Period. Do you want to be stuck with someone?
So I think it's like, and just like me hearing that for the first time.
There's another part. I just saw this part right
now. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork.
So I think what it is, dude, is like, it's not necessarily like, to me, and this is the first time I've heard that. So this is like my initial reaction. It's not necessarily like her like initial point of like, if you're not happy, leave that person. You can hear in her tone how she's like coming across on this, and even how she says these men.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's, to me, the part that stuck out is like, she's trying to make like this generic statement, like, ladies, you don't need these men. And it's this kind of like, female women empowerment thing. Like, don't let a man, control you and like run your life, whatever. And it's, I don't know. The sad part is
but so here's why I'm good with it. Here's why
you're good with that?
Yeah. Listen. Hear me out. Let
me keep this on, bro.
Yeah. So here's why I'm good with it. Just because I know for damn certain with her mentality, she's never gonna find a happy marriage. Period. She's so far off on like what is right, and any woman who's taking that advice is not gonna find a happy marriage, in my opinion. But that's fine, because at the end of the day, this what's going to end up happening is natural selection is going to end up weeding that sort of type of shit out, in my opinion. Like, because she's very bitter. You can tell just by her voice that she has a chip on her shoulder like no other. We don't need these men, and she wants to make sure what we commonly see is a girl in a very bad relationship giving her friend the advice, and that friend trusting her friend is listening to it, and then she goes and ruins her marriage or her relationship. And it's like, okay, if you follow stupid, you are stupid.
But she's also not wrong. I think she's not wrong in the part where it's like, if you are unhappy, but it's like, but that also is a caveat. Are you trying?
But that's
are you doing this?
That's such you're not. It's like happy a trigger whenever you're fighting.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now I'm unhappy. I'm gone. It's like, don't get me wrong. We all do that shit sometimes, where it's like, I got to get the fuck out of here. She's driving me crazy, blah blah blah, or whatever. But it's like to act on it and to not try and rectify any situations. It's childish,
and like, who knows? I mean, I don't know any of the details of like her like past relationships.
Bro, it's her.
I can't even tell you like who she was obviously with. And who knows, these people, like, there might have been fucked up shit in their relationship. Maybe, the communication was shitty. But I guess here's my whole thing. I wish that someone like her, with the influence that she has, instead of spreading the message like she did and coming across as like, these men, and make it sound like, hey, ladies, like, you don't need these guys. She change your messaging. Actually help young women out there, and maybe talk about like what you can do to try to work and have a better relationship. Maybe use your failed marriages
but I don't think
as
she
experience.
knows. I don't think she knows.
Yeah, she probably doesn't. So,
you know what I mean?
So she probably doesn't want to talk about it because she doesn't know how to have a happy marriage, a good relationship, whatever. So,
okay. So one of the marriages she had, bro, it was what the fuck's his name? It is Robert Sandberg, right? So she gave a statement. They were married for a year. She said, "We can confidently say we gave it all in making our marriage work after almost a year of therapy and efforts, walking away knowing we have a friend."
See, I think
bro, I've known Evan for 3 years. I'm just starting to get to really know this motherfucker, bro.
Right.
And we don't spend that much time together. I can guarantee you, her and I spend more time. I mean, me and him spend more time than her and this dude.
But that's what I'm saying.
If they're different things, like that's cap, bro.
How do you end up getting engaged and you gave it all you had for a year? And like, why did you even do this?
Because
no.
That's removing it off of her.
Yeah,
that's removing it off of her. Oh, we did try. We did this. Like.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
You should have tried before you said yes.
You know what I mean? Right? So like, to preach that, I don't know. I think that's but that's like telling them not to say what they want to say on their platforms. But it's just like, that's a very, in my opinion, irresponsible thing to do. And I think it's a very harmful thing to do.
Yeah, I agree.
But
that's
good. I also feel today, like, people are really focused on like labels on shit. Like women are really big on like, being in a relationship. I'm engaged.
I think that happens as it's older. As they're older.
I'm married. And I think like sometimes, and this is maybe just like the old school in me, and like maybe it's just like how I grew up a little bit, but it's like, it's like you date someone, you get to know them, you build a relationship with them. Obviously it evolves into like, engagement and then marriage. But it's like, you work on shit, like, and that shit doesn't happen like over fucking night. Like, the fact, to your point, or both of you guys' points, the fact that, they gave it their all, this, that, and whatever, their whole relationship was a fucking year. And that included the engagement piece. Like,
y'all got engaged,
like y'all fucking deserve this. You jumped in that shit like hella quick,
and this was your third strike. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, like why are you?
I'm sorry, because like the women that I respect are the ones who've been married and been divorced, and they're like, this shit is fucking stupid. I don't care about getting engaged ever again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the reason why I respect
the labels and the
guys
image.
And girls do it, but I mean, like, I have a couple of good like friends that are women, and they're just like, marriage is stupid. But when they were young, and it was a big thing, like, I want to get engaged, I want to have that dream wedding, and blah blah blah, all that shit matters. But it's like, once they've been through it, and they're like, It was nothing. I had to go fucking change my name, set up all the appointments. It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, but I've also met people that were married. Like I see what I'm going to say more than I see that, right? I see more where it's like people got married really young, like 20, 22, 23, whatever. Got divorced, found their person at like 30, 35, 40.
Yeah.
And then it's just like...
But they're still married.
No, they divorced.
A second time?
They got married again.
But they got divorced.
Found that person way later. Yeah. And like they now they probably had kids with their first wife at 20. It's a lot of conjoined family, but it's like they gave themselves 10, 15 years to fucking evolve and understand what they want.
Yeah, but I'm saying they stuck with the second person or they divorced the second person.
No, they divorced the first person and then got with the second one.
Right, but they're still together with that second person.
Yeah.
They found their happiness. Right.
Like later.
But I'm saying if you fucked up this one, I get the young shit, right? If you got married at 18 and it didn't work out, that's a tough one, right?
I almost don't even count that. I'd be like,
that's what I'm saying. So once you grow up a little bit and you know more about you and what you actually give a fuck about and you find someone that matches that energy, that has a much better success rate, right? But if that one didn't work out again after a year, and then you do it again on a third time, like, all right, you're a problem. You're a fucking problem.
I was just gonna say like that's super interesting to me, especially like over like the years, because like I don't know about you guys. I mean, I turned 36 in May. Dude, I feel like I'm on like the fourth or fifth version of myself, like of myself. Like I kind of look at it as like fresh out of college, 18, and then it was like I was, from like 18 to like 24, 25. Like I was in college, and then it was like that post-college life up until I would say like I really started figuring out and like taking my life serious. Probably I was like 30, and I'm like, okay, damn,
I know, it's so weird.
And then I'm like, and then I truthfully I feel I've finally found like my true Evan and like who I will be going on in like, in the next 10, 15 years, probably just in the last couple years.
Yeah.
So when you start, based on when you start dating someone or with someone, when you're with that person, like you would like literally have one or two options. It's you have to either grow and evolve with that person, and you guys obviously grow through life together, or you straight up like you both evolve into different people and you guys grow and grow apart and go separate ways.
Right.
I've had a few different relationships where I can say like, especially my longest relationship, it was like who I was when I met that person and who I was when I went separate ways with that person. Like that was two completely different Evans.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting enough, we can wrap on this, but I think she has commitment issues. The lady.
Yeah, clearly.
No. But like it's fascinating because she keeps trying to look for it, but then it's like, oh, this is getting too real.
But that's what I'm saying. I think and I'm just gonna say it, like this may be an unpopular opinion, but the fact that she's in porn tells me that there's underlying something else issues, maybe daddy issues, something else causes a level of self-esteem that you can only find through Insta likes and whatever that type of shit. You know what I mean?
She your type?
Her titties are.
I don't know.
You don't know who she is? Oh, let's do a quick Google.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, bro, like I don't
see clothes or no clothes.
I don't give a fuck.
So a lot of people really love her. Like I don't find her that attractive.
I don't think she's all that.
Obviously her tits are great.
Let's see.
Like, they're just massive. Like, I mean, every dude loves big tits. I mean, it is what it is.
I do love big tits.
But
well, how big though? Like obnoxiously
You'll
big?
see.
No, because there's a level for me where it's too fucking big.
Yeah, I don't like ginormous shit.
Yeah, neither do I.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like fake titties either though.
Neither do I.
There was this girl at the pool today. Look, all of them are covered. That's so funny. So this is her.
Let me see. Just let me see.
Let me see.
I mean, see, what's up with the eyebrows? Yeah, she has nice tits.
But scroll though, scroll. Look at her dolled up and shit.
Yeah, okay. The makeup definitely helps. Yeah, she's pretty.
Yeah. So like when
what is she? She's Middle Eastern or something? Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
So she's actually she's like super searched in like Dubai and stuff, but she can't go over there because she did a scene. She did a scene.
She's a haram.
No, I don't know exactly where she's from, but she did a scene where she's wearing a hijab. Yeah. So they were like, if you go over there, yeah. Fire scene, bro.
That was ballsy
Isn't
as
that
hell.
crazy?
They
See,
will
like,
beat
dude, this
your
is-
ass for that
Well,
type
they
of shit.
said they've literally
Yeah.
censored, but like she's like they say that, but then I'm the most searched porn star in Dubai.
That's because they want to make sure they know what you look like.
that's
Bro, this is like this is a prime example of like women with makeup versus like no makeup.
Oh, yeah.
like there's
She's pretty
like,
with no
like,
makeup
like
versus
there's
reality.
there's such levels. Like, dude, there's some photos of her where it's like no makeup, like super white, super pasty. Looks like she just got a fucking train ran on her. And then there's like photos that are like, okay, you got like a face full of makeup, get the brows done, get the hair all
What's
done.
up with
like,
so I've been noticing more girls are doing like really bushy eyebrows. What the fuck is up
That's
with
the
that?
thing. I saw that. It's actually from,
Why?
bro, eyebrows are a fucking trend.
Yeah, dude, her
it
without
depends.
makeup, that shit is rough.
Bro, what?
See, I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not my cup of tea, but like I personally I like makeup, but I definitely like the morning. I
mean,
shorties
that
in the
shit.
morning.
That shit's some expectations versus reality.
Come on, bro. You don't think
all,
she's pretty?
all I gotta say is I don't care. I don't care who. I don't
down.
care.
Absolutely.
I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. You have to like that individual without fucking makeup. And one of my big pet peeves, bro. I remember this back in college was like, I call them like, it was like a girl thought it was like always Halloween, and it's like she always has like this mask of like makeup on. It's like, yo, like, why you always got this like big old caked on like layer of makeup? Like what's like what looks like, like,
and why you gotta do it like the Joker and shit?
It's like,
why so serious?
But you know what though, bro? Like I've always like my girl doesn't believe me, but I always say like I don't like pick me girls. You know what that is? You heard that term? A pick me girl is like, remember that video we sent of the influencer at the gym where she's always doing shit to that's a pick me girl. Yeah. A pick me girl is kind of like her, right? Where she's like, or no, it's like girls are like, they're clearly lying, but they're like, oh, I just love when, watching football. I love drinking beer with him. I like like it's cap. You don't really do that. You're just saying that you know what I mean? And she's kind of like that. She like before she's doing all this like women empowerment, she was like, cause she was like a sports analyst. She was like, oh yeah, they're doing this and that. I don't know. I just don't like you do it too much. I don't like that shit, bro.
What's with porn stars trying to do that? Lisa Ann? You have to know Lisa Ann. Porn star Lisa Ann?
Let me look at
Trust me.
Lisa Ann?
Yeah, Lisa Ann.
Is she white?
Yeah.
I don't
she's
she's a white name, right?
She's a brunette.
Lisa Ann?
She's a brunette. Trust me, you've seen her. But she actually is kind of transitioned out of the porn business, and she's doing like different like sport,
This is Evan's type of show.
Sport shit.
I have seen this. I have seen her.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, she does what's
but she's getting into like all this like different like
I've seen her.
like
she's doing sports
like,
stuff.
Promo work for companies, sports stuff.
I remember
doing like guest appearances on like some of like it was like talk show shit. Like,
yeah. But I remember there was a moment in time where she was doing the sports analyst stuff, Mia Khalifa, and she was getting mad because nobody was taking her serious.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things, and it's like,
like what do you expect? Everyone in their head, all they can see is like you're trying to talk about fucking LeBron James, and all we think about is you getting a fucking LeBron James.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying.
Pounded in your ass.
Because she would do a lot of BBC shit.
But that's what I'm saying though. She's got like that. She's got
of course you would know that.
That attention seeking behavior. You know what I mean?
But again, like you're doing that, you're complaining about it, being vocal about it, when it's just like, I don't think really people are ever going to be like, well, no one's going to tell her straight because then it goes against, like, oh, you can't be rude to her. But like, yeah, I mean, she's saying that knowing she's not going to get any pushback from people who actually matter. The internet's going to fucking destroy her, just like they destroyed her when she was giving out marriage advice. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's like, do porn, do your thing, but don't be mad when I don't want to hear your take on LeBron James. I'm sorry. Because it is what it is. I'm sorry. We want to see you do what you do, but not me, because not my cup of tea. Yeah. Boys, anything else you want to wrap on?
I think that's it, man.
I think we're good.
Cool.
I'm gonna watch some Mia Khalifa.
I'm gonna look up Lisa Ann because now I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
She's been doing it a long time, or looks like that. Like she's older.
She's been doing it a long time, bro. She's an OG.
OG, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
OG.
That's wild. Yeah, let's see. I'm getting bricked
Thanks
right
for
now.
coming out, everyone.
Appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.